Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage. My name's Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube. I use spirit, my intuition, and the tarot to communicate energies to you guys, beautiful viewers. If you are returning, welcome back. I'm so grateful to have you here as always. And if you are new to this channel, welcome. You guys are all very welcome and safe here in this space with me today. Today's reading will be something I haven't done before. There was my phone. I'll be one sec. Sorry about that. I guess I could have re-recorded the intro. Anyway, I thought I was going to win a trip, but instead it was unusual activity on my credit card. All right, so what do we have? We have 3 options to choose from, beautiful viewers. I am so grateful to have you guys here. And like I was saying, I have not done one of these readings before. It kind of is guidance from spirit, but mostly what we're looking at is where are you supposed to be focused? Where are you supposed to be giving your attention? Now, this could be around shadow work. This could be around what sort of egos are you needing to be aware of, or internal soul work you're supposed to be doing, or this could be something that you're supposed to be externally focused on. I don't know. I will leave that up to spirit. I just put out there what you should be focused on, and maybe you are focused on the right thing, or maybe you're completely distracted. I have no idea, and I don't know what I'm going to call this video. So if you clicked on this, chances are you know something's up and you're wanting to know where you're supposed to be focused. 3 options. Option number 1 is this Italian Milfori cane glass paperweight. Beautiful. Option number 2 is this, I don't know, sliver of crystal, I guess. I don't know what type of stone it is. And for option number 3, we have these 2 glass heart paperweights. All right, so I will leave the video running for a bit so you can lean in on your intuition, whichever option is calling to you. Please use your intuition to come up with what you will see, feel, or hear to confirm that the message is meant for you throughout the reading, because only you can confirm that the message is intended for you. All right, so I will see you at your pick. The timestamp is in the description box and in the pinned comment below. I will see you at your pick. Hello, my gorgeous pile 1. You picked the cane glass Italian paperweight. We're going to be taking a look at what you're supposed to be focused on from spirit. All right, so if you skip the intro, I don't know what we're going to see here. It could be soul work. It could be external matrixy stuff you're supposed to be focused in on. I don't know, but we'll see what the cards wants to communicate. Now, please use your intuition as far as what you will see, feel, or hear to confirm that indeed this is your message. All right, so let us begin. First card, I've never seen this one in my life. This is the Intuition Oracle, so you're supposed to use your intuition to what you will sort of feel and see here that can bring up whatever it's bringing up in you. Since this is your reading, you might want to do that before I intuit this card. A lot going on. I don't know that I'm picking up much of anything. Let's turn this over. It says the Judge. Affirmation. I am relentless in my pursuit of honesty and justice. Wow. Okay, so the Judge, number 8. I'm going to leave it like this for now. We have Parsec. Parsec. We have the Spiral. We have Black Hole. We have the Oak. Acorns and an oak leaf. We have connect with animals, animal spirit guides, healing, past pets. Interesting. We have shaman of courage. We'll put that right there. We have Santa Muerte with offering. See the scales of justice here, Libra coming through, and as well as the Grim Reaper, which is giving me death. So Scorpio coming through. Could be confirmation for some of you guys here. Also just heard December. It is December when I'm recording this, so I'm not sure what significance that has. We will see. Surrender the drama. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help resolve the issue more quickly. Okay. The gem. We have 56 or number 11. We have Raven's Head. And this is number 47. Raven's Head. Number 11 as well. Okay, so we have 11, 11 here. We have growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. When we have goose. All right. We have 32 with rumination, or the number 5. Let's put this down here. All right, we have the poet, relationships and vulnerability. I don't know if you can see this, but we will check in a bit. We have the sleeper, cause and effect and clarity. We have displacements, number 13. 13 is the death card in the tarot, all about transformation. Displacement. Okay. And we have perception. I think this, well, I don't know. Are these the same size? Okay, let's put that there. Let me make sure that we are in frame. Looks decent to me. Okay, before we pull the tarot, to get some clarity, let me just tap into this energy that's going on here. Yeah, give me a little bit. Pile 1, it appears as though you're involved in something here that's quite taking up a lot of your effort, a lot of your time, and I don't think it's where you belong. I think this is a group of people or a person or a situation here that has been stressful and taxing on you, that you're trying to make work. You're trying to do something in this environment, and it's taken quite some time. You've invested a lot of your time. You believe that you're doing everything you can, and I believe you are trying to do everything you can here, but the situation here isn't calling for you to do anything in it. In fact, the situation is something you're supposed to be not involved with. I feel like either you believe that you can make something better, or you believe that more effort is going to have a different outcome, or you believe that there's value here, which there could be a potential of value, but that the illusion, I guess, okay, I'm gonna put a trigger warning on these readings because I feel like there might be some triggering here, but I'm gonna call it like I see it. I feel like there is an illusion here. Interesting that I wrote it is an illusion on my finger, and these usually come to me right before a reading intuitively. I feel like the illusion here is you believe something in your mind that I think you have good intention. And the thing in your mind that you believe is that you're going to make a difference in this outcome or in this situation, or do something here to get something to be better. And the truth of the matter is you're better. And that this situation is going to need to do whatever it needs to do on its own without you. And that you are in an environment here that is watering you down and bringing you to a level of stress and trying to suffocate the beautiful glow that is you. So I feel like Spirit is wanting you to not involve yourself here with whatever this is, because it's not fostering an environment of growth, of where you can be evolving and ascending. And so I do see here connect with animals. Animal, spirit guides, healing, and past pets. What I'm really getting from this is kind of not really what I'm seeing so much as what I'm feeling. I feel like you're dealing with a bunch of animals, okay? Or someone who is asleep or in their subconscious sort of actions, and they're not awake to what it is that they're doing. So we cannot awaken the animal. The animal does not know what it does not know. I feel like there's somebody here, okay, or the situation, that no matter how much effort and awakening and whatever we're trying to do here, it's not going to change an outcome. And I feel like what the challenge is that you've invested a lot. And this has been quite some time here in something here. And I think you want to make things right, and you want them to see the light, or you want to be on the same page, or you want to move forward, or you see some potential of growth, something great, something grand, which is all very valiant and all very much coming from a very good place, although you're supposed to be focused elsewhere. So we're supposed to look at what you're supposed to focus on. But the fact that I see what you are focused on is what you're not supposed to be focused on might be the message. I don't know. I'm going to pull some more tarot, but interesting we got this raven's head for this reading, because this is what this whole reading is about. It's like you've been called by Spirit, whether you want to or not, to accomplish something great in this world, okay? And this raven's head's looking at this gem. I feel like you are a gem, and I feel like there's something here you're supposed to be producing. You're supposed to be following some sort of mission. And I don't feel like it involves this thing, okay? This person, this situation, whatever you're involved with. And because I feel like you're really focused on this, so it is kind of matrixy, because it's pulling you away from the truth. And the truth is that you don't need to be in that environment, that there is something more significant and profound you're supposed to be focused on. So in order to move forward, there has to be a detachment from this. And you might be attached to this person, the situation, the suffering. And you might say, how do I get attached to suffering? And we get attached to suffering because our ego does not want to let go of whatever it is that it's hanging on to here to keep alive, out of fear, out of whatever is stuffed down inside your ego, which is usually stemmed from some sort of fear of the alternative. Okay, so this reading, I'm trying to keep it very clear here and not get too metaphysical, I guess. But I mean, you are spiritual, you're here watching this reading. I feel like there's a need for you to really go within yourself to see why it is that you're involved in this situation, which is not yet provided you with support, happiness, or allowed you to shine to your brightest, because that's available for you today. And I think you are shining, and that's the thing. And you're shining, but your environment is not the right fit. So therefore, it feels like a displacement. Okay, it feels as though you are having to do something different, but you don't need to do anything different. You need to do what you're doing and shine, but in a different environment. So there needs to be a detachment here, something you need to cut off, because I feel like it keeps pulling you back to this sort of energy, because obviously, I mean, that's what trauma bonding does, or unconscious behaviors do. They pull in others to reflect what their suffering is. So I want to read this parsec because I'm being called to read it. And I'm also being called to read Deuce. And I do believe it's fairly short for both of these, to see if we get some more. And then I will pull the tarot to see then what are you supposed to do. I think your focus needs to be, because this might take a little bit, because I feel like, okay, I feel as though because you've been invested in quite some time, and I feel you are attached to this thing, the focus needs to be on detaching. The focus needs to be on why you're attached. And this is going to take some introspection. This is going to take some work. It might take some time. And it is going to take some reflecting, mostly on yourself prior to this. So we need to go a level deeper here, to look at how we got here in the first place, and why we're still here, and what our intention is to be here. And that's going to take some work. So I think that's where the focus needs to be, okay? Slowly detaching from what this is. So we're looking, oh, I grabbed the wrong thing. I don't want the cards, I want the book. We're looking at parsec. Parsec. I feel like your environment is not reflecting you, because I feel like you're surrounded in something that isn't a true reflection of who you truly are here. Okay, because I do feel you're a gem surrounded by chaos right now. And I feel you're fighting. You're fighting to get justice. You're fighting for the potential in this situation. But it's like, you know, when they say you're arguing with idiots, and I'm not calling these people idiots, but same analogy applies. It's like when you're arguing with idiots, like the idiot will just never understand it. So no amount of convincing or doing or showing, because I feel like you're trying to be an example here. But I think you trying to be an example here is not allowing you to shine in the right places. And sometimes the darkness needs the light. Okay. But I feel like this is kind of telling me that you have been a light here for long enough. And after a certain time, you're no longer ascending. You're no longer growing. You're now getting in your own way. So let's see. Parsec. Parsec. P comes after M. N. O. P. Okay. Parsec. Distance between one object and another, one place and another, one being and another. The distance creates a pause and a necessary air to be in the field from another place, making space, listening to silence, touching nothingness, looking at the void, tasting the new, perceiving the aroma of calm, and meditating. will be key senses to bringing clarity. Empty the mind of noises, images, and movement which do not help create a blank space. With distance, we can appreciate the place to fill later with new apparitions which are not taking place as they are unable to find an open space, a pause for a new flow. Distance from the space where you can find body's movement and continuity. This place where all the matter is contained calls for some time off in order to make enough room. Portal, activate, 99999 portal, or sorry, 999 portal, I should say. Okay, it's in line, okay? I don't know what a parsec was, but what I was certainly getting was definitely making distance from your environment here. And when we make space, when we distance ourselves, we reflect. Okay, and I feel like you're the type of person that's going to embrace truth. So I feel like there's a truth here that's going to come to you in this meditation, in this time apart. And once you see that truth, once you shine the light on that truth, you can no longer unsee it. So you can no longer come back to this. You can no longer have this mindset. You can no longer feed the insanity, the chaos, the disagreement, the whatever this is, because it will no longer require your energy here. I mean, it doesn't require your energy, but I feel like this is more about something you're having to go through here. But you're so in the weeds of it that I think you've lost sight of something very important. So, yes, goose. Let's take a look at goose here. And then we'll pull some tarot. Okay, so these are not in alphabetical order, and I do believe goose is kind of closer to the front. So what do we have here? I don't know, it looks about card 12 or something. Okay, so that would be over here. Okay. Goose, a warning. If you've ever crossed paths with a goose, you've likely experienced or seen the absolute ferocity at work. A threatened goose will honk loudly, hiss, and even chase somebody down if they've moved too far into the goose's territory. Despite their regal appearance, they are not to be trifled with, and if you live in Canada, you absolutely know the terrors of the goose. To pull this card is to receive a warning. You are in dangerous territory and it's time to check yourself. If we're being honest, this card shouldn't come as much of a surprise. You've likely known the entire time that you were doing something you probably shouldn't. Maybe there is something taboo about the circumstance. I don't know, I can't read, I'm sorry. Circumstance that made it feel fun, exciting, and new. We all enjoy being naughty from time to time. Maybe you've wandered here innocently and now find yourself in a bad situation. Regardless, you are on the verge of being found out. Heed the warning of this card and take a step back. That message coming through again. Take a step back. If there are corrective action you should take, now is the time. If not, do your best to remove yourself from the situation before you or anyone else gets hurt. When things come to a head, if you're still around, it's likely you'll be met with an unbridled ferocity of a territorial goose. There's a hot debate over whether morality is objective or subjective. What we think is okay or good or fair or right likely varies from what others perceive. Sometimes it can be difficult to know where the line is between your desires, your life, and someone else's. It can be a delicate balancing act. If you've engaged in a scenario in which the issue of right versus wrong feels murky, guilting or shaming yourself will make only the answer more elusive. Instead, think of the adage, treat others how you'd like to be treated. Put yourself in their shoes. How would you feel on the other side? So this isn't a threat of something horribly, horribly bad happening to you. Pile number 1, and please read my disclaimer because readings come through very pointed and very direct and very exaggerated in order for there to be an energy that I can read and pick up. Okay, so this doesn't have to be on a very extreme level, but I feel like what is coming through here is the need to step back because I do feel like someone else in this situation is threatening, and I do feel like it's causing harm to you because There is nothing you're able to do here to change a situation or this person's mind or to find the justice, which I do feel like if you do believe that there is some form of justice that needs to be had here, it still is only your opinion of justice, okay? And that might be hard to swallow because we might think, well, murder is bad and the opposite is good. And I say nothing's bad, nothing's good, okay? There's just duality and polar extremes and dark and light. Okay, so I'm not saying go murder. I'm just saying that there is polar extremes when it comes to whatever it is that you're dealing with here. And you're on one side of the extreme and there's another side of the extreme. And when we feed into one side, we create the opposite on the other side. So we keep that situation, that duality ongoing for as long as we're engaged. Okay, so there's a need to pull away. There's a need to protect yourself. And there is something you're supposed to be called to do, I feel here, okay? Now, I do feel as though this is coming through now as you feeling like you're called to do this. That's not right, okay? And I can't tell you what you're supposed to be doing or not doing. I mean, you clicked on this video, so I'm not going to tell you what to do, not to do. I'm just going to tell you what I'm reading here from Spirit as guidance. And so I feel as though you feel like you're called to do something here in this situation. And I'm saying what the message here is that you're not, that there's something else you're supposed to be focused on, that this environment isn't fostering your light, isn't fostering your growth, isn't allowing you to ascend, isn't allowing you to be in the different energies that I feel that you have within you. I feel like there's one energy that's predominant coming through you here. And so all the other aspects of you shut down. All the other aspects of you cannot grow. All the other aspects of you get watered down. All the other aspects of you are not being developed and exercised in this situation. Okay, so it does say to make space here. Now I'm going to pull some tarot and I'm going to ask for some guidance. Okay, I mean, pulling away, it might sound easier said than done, but that's the biggest piece of guidance. But I'll see if there's anything more here, especially if there is something in regards to what you can focus on. But I do feel like this is going to take all your energy just to detach from this. So I don't know. Let's ask Spirit. Spirit, final message here, clarity for pile 1. What then are they supposed to be focused on? What is this final message? Anything that they are stuck on here that will help them to move forward, provide some clarity. We have the 2 of Pentacles here with the Barometer Earth Star. I'm using the Midnight Magic Mushroom Tarot. 2 of Pentacles. Okay. Let's keep going. Final words here for pile 1, what they're supposed to know in regards to this reading that I might have missed. Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good. Please protect me as I channel this message, and please protect the viewer as I deliver this message. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Pentacles, upright or reverse. Spirit saying to read them all in the upright. So we have all Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and we have the Star. I'm going to pull 2 more. Queen of Pentacles is Earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Star is Aquarius, for those of you guys needing confirmation. Pentacles is the material world, so that is Matrix world, okay? High Priestess, so we have Pisces or Cancer, depending how you read the High Priestess. And we have the Hermit, Virgo energy, so heavy Virgo energy coming through here. Okay. So, 2 of Pentacles. I feel like something is lopsided here, okay? And I do feel the duality with the 2 of Pentacles. We were just talking about duality. So I feel like you're constantly in duality because you're creating the duality which you do not seek. I think you seek unity and oneness and justice and balance. But what you're creating is the duality by remaining in the situation. So Spirit is saying that there is a need for you to understand that you can put your energy into something else that is more productive, okay, with the Page of Pentacles, and that there is opportunity outside of this. And whatever it is you're trying to attain here, because I feel like you want to attain something, or else why would you be here? One, that is a need to ask your intention, because that seems to be something that is for self. And when we're acting out of self, we're acting out of ego. So we might need to be selfless and not wanting to attain something. But if we are wanting to attain something, that something could be attained elsewhere by less effort. Okay, so what you're trying to attain here, the justice, whatever you're trying to plant, grow, foster, it's a lot of work here, and it's going to continuously be in the way you're involved, because you can attain this, okay, maybe not this exact situation or this exact person or this exact thing, but the main energy of what that is that you're trying to attain can be attained with less effort. And I feel like the need here is to focus on self, to be able to look within and to not be too concerned with who you bring with you, okay, or who can support you in this journey, or who can, yeah, like you don't need anybody else is what I'm seeing here. There's no need to convince, force, coerce, change anything, other than just introspectively know that you are enough as you are, and an opportunity arises here that you do not see right now. Okay, there is something that you do not see right now because you're engaged in this. So back to this card, making space by detaching with the Death card here, okay, by detaching from situations which are not transforming, situations that are supposed to be let go of because they're no longer allowing us to grow and ascend. So I do feel like part of you might have known this at some point, but maybe you've forgotten, or intuitively you're not listening to what you're supposed to be doing, or intuitively it just doesn't feel right. It feels like resistance, okay? So I feel like there's something you're not seeing yet because you haven't made the space for the new to come in. And I do feel like you can still hang on to hope, because the star is all about getting our wish and our hope and our desires and our outcome that we want. And I feel like there is something that you're wanting, and I feel like you can have it, okay? But I feel like how you're going about it right now is not where you're going to find it, and it is causing a lot of challenge, okay, for you. So this will take courage, because when we detach and when we, admit we're wrong, and I mean, there is no such thing as wrong, but when we maybe face the fact that we've been doing something that might not be for the greatest good of what we want, and we're honest with ourselves, it could be painful, okay? And it could be very challenging, and it does take a lot of courage to admit this, to wake up from a sleep, to understand that with the cause and effect here, we were a big part of why things were happening the way they were. It wasn't being caused to us and just out of the blue. It was being caused to us because of what we were engaged with, okay? So I feel like there's a need to get very clear here about your own role, see things differently, shift the perception here, because I do feel like this whole situation requires you seeing it differently than you are seeing it. And that doesn't just happen overnight or with one tarot reading or oracle reading. That happens with a lot of work, okay? A lot of questioning self, a lot of asking ourselves, what are we not wanting to see? Where is our ego getting in the way? And I feel like it is in the heart, your answer, with the green here in the heart chakra. Because I do feel like when we act from the heart, it is not out of a desire to attain, but more out of what would love do in this situation, okay? So what would love do in this situation is what you're supposed to be asking. And again, I say supposed to, you could do whatever you want, but I feel like this is what I'm getting here with the cards. So this is what I see for you guys, pile one. Sorry if that sounded harsh. This is the way I deliver these messages sometimes. And I do hope that this reading helps you, because I do feel like you are a gem. I feel like you're a kind soul. I feel like you are very kind. and very gifted. And there's something you're supposed to be creating. And I feel like you know you're supposed to be creating. That's why you're frustrated, because I think you're trying to create something here in an environment that isn't fostering your creativity. It is stunting you. It is not allowing you to do this. It is with either the wrong people or the wrong situation, okay, circumstance. The whole environment is not working right now. And it keeps trying to pull you back with this drama and this black hole to it, okay? Because like I said, it's going to want to keep you to reflect the trauma on the other side. But when we are no longer doing that, it no longer pulls us in because it's no longer feeding from us, okay? So you do have something to offer to the world, but in order to do that, you need to make space. And this is how the soul grows. You expand your consciousness, your awareness of the situation. You get clarity with your own role. So you start to see things differently. You start to understand your intention. You start to align with love and what would love do. And then you understand that this environment is not where you belong, okay? Because I feel like this environment is shitting on you, okay? Or at least making you feel like shit, one or the other. So this is what I have for you guys, Pile 1. I hope this helped you. I love you very, very much. You are all very welcome here. I hope you like this video. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will see you soon. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 2. You picked this shard or slice of stone. I don't know what crystal this is. It's absolutely beautiful. Geode, I guess. We're looking at, what are you supposed to be focused on? Okay, so I do want to put a trigger warning here that I did not do in the intro, but there's a trigger warning because I don't know what you're going to see. I have not done these types of readings, and I don't know if this is something that maybe you're not wanting to hear or face. But either which way, I ask Spirit to guide you with what you're supposed to be focused on. So this could mean what you're not supposed to be doing, or it could just mean to continue doing what you're doing, or to start doing something that you haven't thought of. Okay, I don't know which will be what. This could be something internal, meaning shadow work or ego work or whatever you're supposed to be doing inside to ascend, or this could be something you're supposed to materially be focused on out in the matrix world. I don't know. Okay, so use your intuition, what you will see, feel, or hear. That will determine whether indeed this is your message or not. Only you can do that. And I will promise to deliver this message as I see it. All right, so first card we have, this is the Intuitive Oracle. So you're supposed to use your own intuition to what you will feel, hear, and see for your message. All right. And I did want to mention for you to use your intuition throughout this whole reading, what you will see, feel, or hear, because that's the only way for you to tell whether this is your message. All right. So what do we see here? I don't know. Looks like Egyptian art here, mixed with, I don't know, this lady has a basket on her head with a bunch of gems. Okay, this says, the benefactor. Affirmation, I enjoy life now as I take steps to realize my new tomorrow. Wow, isn't that beautiful? Okay, let's keep that there. Number 2. I'm going to slide that over. We have multiverse. Okay, I like it. We have eclipse. We have fiber. We have family connections, respect, people and kinship. We have hunter of mysteries. Put that right there. We have codes in nature with miracles. Wow. Codes in nature, miracles. That's huge. We have surrender to the wisdom of your body. Listen to your body's message about a person or situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. Simple. Surrender unhealthy relationships. Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. Connections coming through again. A relationship. We have the seed. This is card number 66, or the number 12, or the number 3. Okay. We have chaos, 51, or the number 6. So now we have 666 here. This was 66. Okay, chaos. We have indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. We have wolf. We have shield, 31, or the number 4. 4 is, or the 4th house, I should say, is all about home and family. Okay, family connections, roots, foundations, children, women, femininity. We have a bunch of garlic here. Vampire. Okay. All right. We have the masquerari, hiding your true self, projection. And we have the enchanter, deception and trickery. It's kind of go hand in hand here. Pile 2, hiding your true self, deception and trickery. Maybe some self-deception going on here. Destiny. Okay. And we have risk with 41, or the number 5. 5's all about change, conflict. Okay. Let's see if you can see this like that. Perfect. Okay. I won't pull the tarot just yet, only if we need it. Your message, pile 2. Sorry if I called you 3. I was on one track and it kind of took a spin a little bit here. I feel like what's going on here is that there is a big shift in your world. Okay, and I think the shift is happening inside you, because I feel as though you have been very wise to understand something about self, but what I feel like has been happening here is that I feel like you might be allowing yourself to engage in situations or remain stuck in situations here that aren't allowing for growth. So I feel like the only limitation that you really have on self is the one you put on self, or one you believe to be true, because I feel here that anything you believe to be possible, okay, could be possible in some time and dimension. And when we really restrict our thoughts and our mind and what we tell ourselves, we start to put a lot of limitation, and we handicap ourselves from allowing ourselves to build a better future for ourselves. So I think you're involved in continuously engaging here in a dynamic. It could be with people, a soul tribe here of people who might not be your soul tribe, or it could be your being still remaining in an old partnership, a family situation, which might have supported you at one point in time. But I feel like there is something slowly gnawing at you, okay? And I feel like with the vampire here, I feel like it is people and situations that are not healthy, and it causes chaos in your life, because I feel like these people, the situation keeps you stuck doing things that I feel isn't allowing you to create, expand, and grow in a healthy way. That there is a miracle here for you, but you're being overshadowed by your past, and you're remaining feeding into maybe an idea of who you were in the past, or you tell yourself something here about maybe it's what you deserve to be in this situation. And so you're not quite sure. I think although I feel inside you, you know that you can expand and detach and grow and explore. But I feel like you might be doing the same old because it's how you've always kind of done it, is kind of what I feel and see here. Because there's a whole new world here for you to explore. And I think it's already revealed itself to you. And it might require you to be brave, okay? And I feel like you feel kind of like a solo wolf right now anyway, because I do feel like your environment might not understand you fully or support that other side of you. The side of you that is growing and expanding and knows more and isn't stuck in something. I feel too as though something's taking a physical toll on you. Okay, and it could just be it's the people and environments have a mental toll, and then eventually your body has a physical toll on it. And I feel like there is something you're destined to do here, and I do feel it could involve somebody else. The story with this card is that when we see the black and white, the yin, the yang, the masculine, feminine here, we're wanting to be together. And so I feel like it was denied, okay, by the council. And so I feel like what happened here in the storybook of the guidebook, it explains how these two went before the council multiple times to ask for them to change their mind. And I feel like it took multiple attempts for them to finally get the answer they were needing. So I feel like there's something here about maybe you've attempted to do something and it didn't work. Or maybe you feel like if you were to attempt to do something, it would get denied or not be successful. So I feel like there is some fear in taking a risk. Okay, now it doesn't have to be a relationship or a connection. I feel like this is just taking a risk outside of your comfort zone. And so I feel like you are pretending right now in a situation. And how you're pretending is, I think you're still playing an old role of who you used to be, or what you think people want you to be, or who you told yourself you are. And you might still kind of be telling yourself that that is who you are. So you might believe it on a surface level, but I feel like deep down, that's what's causing the indecision, is that because you know something's off, because you are trying to deceive yourself in some way so that you can, I don't know, choose an easier path maybe, not plunge into something that might seem like chaos, where you can have creation. And because I feel like where there is expansion, where there is creation, where there is something to be fostered, is going to be in what perceives to be chaos now, something that is not understood. And so I think you remain in the what is understood or what is familiar, because it's the devil you know versus the devil you don't know. But you are continuously feeding then the illusion of a self that you've created. And then there's unhappiness, and it eventually makes you feel like something is missing or there's something more. And so then indecision comes through. But I feel like you continuously build on this or feed on this. So there is something you're supposed to be building, creating, fostering, expanding, and growing. And I feel it is a miracle. This destiny, this miracle, and this multiverse is telling me that there is something, and I feel like you already know, and I'm going to pull some tarot. It doesn't seem real in your world right now, like it could never happen, or it's a miracle that would not happen, or it's some other dimension where something's happening here and it could never happen to you. And what Spirit is saying is it is happening to you, and you are blocking this, either subconsciously blocking it, or you are kind of in an energy here of not wanting to risk. And so I do feel like you're guarding yourself, but I feel like you're not allowing the new in, and you're not allowing the growth to happen here. Because with the mysteries here, I feel like what you don't know appears to be chaos. And it could be heaven, or it could be hell. And what I feel is that it is chaos in your mind, but where that chaos is actually a place where you can have growth, a place where you can be fostered, a place where you are welcomed, and where you are your true self, no longer masked up, no longer trying to be someone or pretend to do something that is no longer serving you, is no longer you. You no longer engage with people here that don't support you. Because I feel like your situation is overshadowing a greatness within you and the ability within you to create something very wonderful here that is a miracle. So I want to see what Spirit wants to communicate here further for you. What is this miracle, this destiny, this multiverse dimension of wonderful thing here that you're denying or you're not wanting to accept as something that could happen for you? We have strength. This is this, what was I picking it up? Maybe it was intuitive. This is all about courage. This is all about facing our fear and doing it anyway, taking that risk. Okay, removing that mask takes a lot of courage. This is strength. So I'm using the Midnight Magic Mushroom Tarot. This is the Chaga mushroom in the tarot. Strength is Leo. Strength is all about us finding the courage within self to face something. And sometimes it is looking at deep parts of ourselves that we don't want to see and be able to be gentle and still be able to move forward. Okay. Knowing when to hold back, but also knowing when to move forward. So Spirit, clear and concise message here for the greatest and highest good of pile number 2. Thank you so much. Please protect me and the viewers. I channel this message. What is this destiny creative seed in the multiverse that they're supposed to be aware of here? Give them some guidance and some clarity on this reading. Thank you so much, spirits. All right, so we have the Four of Swords. We have the Emperor taking action, divine masculine energy, Aries energy. Fly agaric and the snow fungus. I'm going to pull 3 more. Why is this strength card here, Spirit? We have the Hanged Man. Yes. The Hanged Man. It says Velvet Shank. That is Pisces energy. And we have the Six of Cups. Pixie's parasol. 6 of Cups. Okay. And we have the King of Cups. A verdigris agaric. Okay, so. Wow. Pile 2. You're supposed to be taking action right now in a situation that I feel your heart is connected to here. A 6 of Cups to me always talks about soulmate energy here, okay? I feel like with Destiny and the 2 people, this could be a relationship for some of you guys. Not all of you. For some of you guys, it is a childhood dream that you could create here. Something that calls to your heart. But I feel like a person, place, or thing of the past, how you used to be, a family situation, a structure, a something has a hold on you right now. And the love you might have felt at one point or whatever it was tied to that is something of the past, which could be embraced as something of the past, but there's a need to move forward so that you can expand. So I think there's a need for you to see things differently because I feel like you've been enlightened with some information here, but you have not yet acted on it. I feel like you are reflecting on it a lot. I feel like you're indecisive. I feel like there is something maybe that you're needing to heal from your existing past situation, circumstance, family situation, an experience that you had that maybe is not fully healed yet. So you feel like you need to remain But as you do this, I feel you feed into this masquerade, hiding your true self, because I feel like your true self could happen today. There is no need to spend time understanding and accepting that it could no longer be what you desire. And it will take courage and strength to step outside of a comfort zone in a familiar place, a hometown, a home situation, an existing thing. But I feel like there is a deep love here with the King of Cups that you're not necessarily acting on. And I feel like you could be telling yourself that there is nothing you can do because it would require risk. And so you believe something as just being maybe, I don't know, again, like some miracle that would never happen, or some sort of mystery or some sort of chaos would ensue. But there's a need to detach and explore from an existing thing. Okay, the wolf, normally the wolves come in packs. So I feel like maybe family and structure is important to you, which is fine here. But I feel like there's a need for you to do this solo, to wander from the existing pack to find your now pack. Because I feel like you're shutting out your now pack of where you're supposed to be, your now soul tribe. Because maybe you have a fond memory of what it was like in the past. So I do think it requires a hangman here, which is seeing things from a different perspective, which would require a lot of strength and courage. So I'm going to pull some more just to get sort of final guidance here for you guys. Because I don't know what's, I mean, this destiny, this thing that you're supposed to be creating could be definitely different for all of you guys. The only message that came up was how you were supposed to sort of steer towards it rather than what it was. And like I said, for some of you guys, it could be a relationship because we were seeing the Six of Cups. But I think what it is soul family, soul tribe. Creating a thing here that you've wanted to do since you might have been, you know, very, very young here. But I feel like it's something that involves your heart space that you're shutting out. Interesting, we have the heart here. So I'm dropping a bunch of things. So we're looking at final guidance from spirits to get clarity in regards to your reading. Okay, so spirits, final guidance here. What is pile 2 supposed to know? 9 of Cups, Water Club Mushroom, 9 of Pentacles. Wow, 9 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. I'm going to pull 3 more. Okay, the 9 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles, all about self-satisfaction, self-victory, self-success, being able to do it, like I said, on your own. Maybe you're not sure you could do something on your own here, but this is like very solid on your own energy, very independent. And this is giving me that Emperor energy, which is doing it. Knight of Wands takes action. It's kind of like act now, think later. Takes action, okay? It doesn't hesitate, isn't indecisive, conquers because he takes action. He doesn't sleep on it. We have Judgment. That's giving me that Hangman. Okay, being enlightened, becoming aware of something, and then accepting the truth in order to act. Because the Judgment is all about where we accept the truth, and then we have to implement certain actions in order to embrace the truth. We have the Fool. Yes, that's all about the risk, the new beginning, to explore. Okay, explore the mystery, explore where you think there's chaos, explore this multiverse, because I think it's unfamiliar to you. Whatever this environment is, I don't think you've been able to explore it, and I think in your mind you might explore it, and so you build it up to be something dark, or maybe something that is unknown. And so I feel like another message coming through here, you might be telling yourself that it is too much risk. I feel like there's a lie to self in regards to this, okay? But I feel like you understand something here. That I feel you know that there's a calling and a destiny here. And I feel like you've witnessed or seen this miracle. And with the seed and this beautiful tree, like I feel as though this seed is going to plant to something that is very, very solid and very unwavering, very secure, very abundant, very fruitful. It's going to be the example for other people. And I feel like your environment right now is going to be changed in a way that is for the better when it comes to interacting with you in the future. Because I do feel like these people or the circumstances, I feel right now aren't engaging with you in the way that they're supposed to foster your growth and your support, because I feel like you're supposed to be more elevated. You're supposed to be more enlightened and ascended than how you currently are. And so I feel this lays a very good example for the people and the situation in which you are right now, which might, like I said, be holding you back in some way. But I feel like you're the one holding yourself in this environment, not to necessarily these people. Because I don't feel like they have a gun to your head or that they're making you do anything other than you're just kind of birds of a feather doing what you've always done around the people you've always done it with. And so I feel like your development, your transformation, your growth, your ability to be a role model here is so profound, and it's going to cause ripples in everyone's life that's existing around you and in future. This is something quite profound, okay? It really is miracles, code in nature, because I do feel like something's destined here, and I feel it brings you complete emotional fulfillment, and it brings you success. And this is having everything you could ever want to be happy and successful, okay? Both these cards, absolutely beautiful. And I feel like, you know, this, to me, with the Fool, I mean, it's all about not knowing and taking a jump. Same with the Knight of Wands. He doesn't know, but he's confident that staying wherever doesn't allow there to be a win. That the only way to win is to take that chance. So I don't think there's anything here to lose. The only thing I think you're gaining is comfort by not stepping into the unknown, where I think the big win here is to take this leap, because I feel you will win. Ace of Swords, the truth, absolutely. Okay, Ace of Swords, clarity, walk, talk in truth. This is seeing something for what it is, being honest about it, and walking and talking in our truth, not wearing a mask, not deceiving, not pretending, not rejecting, not convincing ourselves otherwise, not trying to trick ourselves into believing something is worse off or won't be good or is only for others or is dangerous in some way. Okay, so I feel like there's a need for you to go after it. Pile 2. This is a very, very beautiful, very powerful reading. And I feel like if you maintain in your situation, I feel there is vampires around you. Your situation is draining you. And I don't think people are vampiring you on purpose. But I feel like you'd protect yourself by remaining, and that it is more comfortable and protected. But the actuality is it's more draining and taking a toll on you, on your body, on your mind, on your spirit. Okay, spiritually, this isn't where you're supposed to be. Physically, it's not where you're supposed to be. Emotionally, it's not where you're supposed to be. And in a practical way, you have to remove yourself to align yourself with where you're supposed to be. And I feel like you know what it is. I just feel like you haven't chased up on it or accepted it or been honest with yourself about what this means that you would have to do or be. And that's huge, I know. Okay, but I feel like it brings you absolute abundance beyond your possible wildest dreams with the miracles. And I do feel like you're in some sort of alternate universe, okay? And it might feel like you're far away from what you know to be true. So it is scary, and that's where that strength comes in, because you might feel like you have to abandon what you've known. but I feel like that is casting shadows and keeping you under the shadow of an old identity, keeping you under the shadow of something that might have been you in the past. All right, so this is what I see. Pile number 2. This has been quite a profound reading. I love you very, very much. Don't forget to like this video if you have not done so already. And if you're drawn to another pile, I will see you there. All right, thank you so much. Bye. Hello, my beautiful, gorgeous pile number 3. You picked the 2 hearts paperweights. Absolutely beautiful. I cannot wait to get into your reading. Let us put these right over here. So I pre-shuffled the oracle cards. I've not looked at them, and I do want to put a trigger warning on these readings because I didn't realize they would be as intense as they have been. So I don't know what we're going to see, but I do know that I asked Spirit, what are you supposed to be focused on? Okay, there's something you're supposed to be focused on. So this could be identifying what you're not supposed to be doing. Could be identifying maybe something internally you're supposed to be doing, like shadow work or ego work or on self to ascend. Or this could be something external in your material world you're supposed to be focused on or doing. I don't know. Okay, so we will see what Spirit wants to communicate. I do know that I ask you use your intuition, what you will see, feel, or hear to determine whether or not this is your reading. All right, so let's take a look. What should you focus on? So this is the intuitive oracle pack. So use your intuition here. What you will see, feel, or hear that comes up is most likely the message. We see an angel, and she looks like she's throwing pink roses. Okay, it says 12, angel, affirmation. I have faith in my ability to help myself and others. Wow, that is very profound. Help yourself and others. Okay. That's a big statement right there. Okay, the telescope. And we have synchronous rotation. I can't even say it. Synchronous rotation. We have gateway. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen this card. Anytime I see an eye, it gives me the intuition. The third eye, gateway. All right. Looks like a maze. Get into nature, coexistence, gather and limit waste. Ancestor of skill. Wow. Ancestor of skill. Okay, let's just put these here so we have more space. And we have cloud meditation. Look up. Okay. We have surrender procrastination. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. We have the temple with 39, or the number 12, or the number 3. The temple. Okay. The sun. This is divine masculine energy. Leo energy. Source, creator. The sun. We have grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. Interesting, we have grief and happiness. These are polarities, essentially. Opposites in one way or another. We have rooster. This is giving me this sun energy, divine masculine energy, empowerment, taking action. We have shadow magic. Number 9. 9 is the hermit in the tarot, which is all about introspection. And shadow is all about introspection, looking at our shadows. Okay. We have the guide, inheritance and correction, ringing a bell. And look at all these keys that are raining. All this water coming from this doorway. Raining keys. What did we see? Are we seeing raining raindrops here falling down from the sky, where it says look up? Keys falling from the sky. Look up. Okay, the guide. We have the dancer, self-expression and strength. Beautiful. We have growth. And I do think that we should move this here so I can put this over here. We have distraction with 15 or number 6. Distraction. Okay, I'm going to see that you can check it all out. Yes, all in frame. Okay, before I pull the tarot, I am going to do my best to read the energy here for you, pile 3. Give me a minute. The dark, the light, the dark, the light. I'm getting yin yang. Okay, so I feel really blessed to do your reading. I want to say, I feel like you're a very powerful person here, okay? And I feel like you have a skill that not a lot of people have. And you might not even realize the power that you have here. And you have the power to not only empower yourself and allow yourself to ascend and grow, which I think you already know. But I feel like you're being called on a mission here to help others as well. And I think you do this very naturally. And I feel as though the message coming through, the ones that aren't looking for power or aren't looking to do God's work here are the ones that are called to do God's work. Okay, and I say God, you can turn that into source, you can turn that into whatever. I say God because this is my channel. Okay, so you are being called to do God's work here, and I feel like this is helping people. There's this power coming from the divine, from source, from spirit, from God to you. And it is coming to you through way of your crown chakra, dreams, synchronicities, intuition, abilities, psychic knowing. I think a lot of you guys have suffered injustice. You have suffered pain. You have suffered loss. And for those people who have suffered immense amount of pain, they find light and they emerge into the world, a changed being that now provides guidance and light and happiness into the world to allow others to see. I feel there's something very holy about you. And I feel like you're presented with something very holy and sacred. And maybe you know that there is something very holy and sacred around you that you're seeing and feeling. And you're not sure how you fit into this, because you might feel as though maybe you're not the right one, or you don't understand what you're supposed to do with it. And I feel like I'm going to cry here, pile 3, because what you do with it is you allow yourself to absorb this, and this comes through you, through your expression, through art, through creation, through your YouTube channel, through your being around people, through your eating your tuna sandwich, whatever it is you're doing. Pile 3, you're inspiring people. Because I feel like your energy is providing the courage, the strength, and the light that people need in order to find their way out of grief, find their way out of trauma, find their way out of conflict, so that they can too see with their third eye, so that they too can be conscious and aware and awakened to the true self of who they are. You are being called to trust in spirit and source, trust in the synchronicities, the dreams, the guidance, trust in the communication, the messages that you're being fed, trust in your creative projects to deliver this. Be confident in your delivery. Whatever it is that you're doing, it is absolutely perfect because it's coming from you, that there is no need for you to be like another person or to deliver it in a different way. That is absolutely perfect. All you need to do is do it. Take action. Be proud. okay? And I mean, not in a prideful way, but be proud of the fact that you've gone through a challenging situation and that you've emerged into the light, that you've ascended despite what you've experienced. And now you're on this receiving end of what is absolutely beautiful, that you can no longer plunge into that darkness. And so I feel like this is a gift that's being given to you by the divine in order for you to make things right, for you to help in this new earth, and for you to be the guiding light and the example that people need to see here. There's something coming very strong about self-expression by allowing yourself to allow things to flow without restriction, without trying to hold back, without you getting distracted by the everyday matrix or the noise around you, by the 1% that wants to block you or deter you or tell you that it's not possible. Do not listen. Do not feed it. Do not get distracted by it. It is nothing but noise. You are clear. Your mission is clear. You are sacred. You are holy. You have a lot of skill and talent. You are able to face the darkness within yourself so that you can emerge into the light. And although we don't get rid of darkness, we integrate the darkness into who we are. And I feel this is exactly what you're doing. So we're going to get final words because your message is very clear here. Spirit, what does pile 3 need to know about this beautiful message? Because I feel the message is clear. It's just don't get distracted. Don't allow the matrix to get in the way of your vision, because I feel like you are a healer by the work you're doing here. Okay, so we have the Ace of Wands. Yes, you're an inspiration. Allow yourself to follow that fire, okay, to be passionate about this. Don't put out or water down your passions, your beliefs of what it is that you're able to create here. Follow it. Spirit, what more is pile number 3 needing to know? Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 3. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message. Thank you so much. We have 8 of Wands. Look at the passion. Wow, Sun, 8 of Wands, Ace of Wands, passion, excitement, forward movement, breakthrough, energy. This is absolute beautiful energy. If you've been stuck, pile 3, you're moving forward. Strength, yes. I feel like it's taken a lot of strength and courage for you to face the shadows within self, for you to be honest with parts of yourself that might be very scary because they're stemmed from fear. Fear of doing something or being something that we don't know. And Spirit is saying here, trust. And that if it's coming from a place of love and not coming from a place of fear, it will steer you into happiness. Page of Swords, the 5 of Pentacles. I'll pull one more. This is the Midnight Magic Tarot, which is the Mushroom Tarot. Absolutely love this deck. And the High Priestess. Wow, talk about skill, intuition, psychic ability with the High Priestess. 5 of Pentacles. Okay, I feel like, yes, there is no doubt you guys had grief, okay? I feel like you have been down and out, and you have been in dark places, and you have been in situations that haven't allowed you to feel like you could ever break out of. But I feel like you found a way, okay? And if you haven't yet, this is where you're going. So if things are down and out, you're headed into the light. You are coming out of a state of where you felt like your environment or your surroundings was not allowing you the growth and the movement that you needed. You're breaking out of jail here, okay? And if you have, I feel a lot of you already have broken out of this. Spirit is saying, remember the place where you came from. Remember what you've experienced. Remember the challenge. Because when you connect with other people who are in a 5 of Pentacles, it's easy to know that there's a way out and to maybe not have patience, because those who choose to stay in the 5 of Pentacles, we could get very frustrated. But to know that you too once were in a 5 of Pentacles and had to find your own way, your own key to open the door out of that. Okay, now people could have helped you by being by your side, but the only person who can open that door is you, meaning the only one who can help other people actually open the door is the person themselves. You can support them. And so I feel like Spirit's saying support them, provide them with healing and guidance. But the key is there for whoever you're trying to help, open the door themselves. And you just need to have the patience and the support and the understanding that you've experienced something like this and that no one could tell you when the right time is for you. Same, likewise, for someone else. They'll know when the right time is for them to open that door, to get them out of a Five of Pentacles, because we all know Five of Pentacles is a mindset, because it's how we react to life situations that determines whether we stay in grief or whether we go into happiness. And you chose happiness. You chose to get out of this state. Okay, and I feel like how you chose this is you were very curious. You asked questions. And I think where you asked questions was about everything, including self, was integrating. This is all about integration with strength. It's integrating the shadow aspect, which is stemmed by fear. All our ego shadow side needs to be integrated into self in order for us to then know where we're headed. And we embrace that. We accept the dark parts of ourselves. Okay, we accept the parts of ourselves that we're not proud of by shining a light on it and becoming very aware of it. We don't need to do anything with it other than be aware of it. And the more we shine the light on these aspects within ourselves, the more awareness we bring and the more healing is done. So I feel like you've done this through a learning process here with this Page of Swords and by speaking truth. And I feel like you are entering a new beginning here of excitement, passion, overcoming fears, overcoming dark places. And this is allowing you to ascend, to grow, to be an example here for many people. And it's providing healing and growth for other people. It's providing them keys to get out of dark places and guide them through mazes. Allow them to see clearly. Allow them to get out of dark into light, okay? To stop with the duality, to empower them. I feel like you're ringing this bell very loud and clear. And if you're not doing it yet, you will. Because I feel like you're really bringing this to the attention of people who need to see it. And the right people who need to see this will be in front of you. Don't worry. You do not need to chase them. You do not need to find people to heal. You do not need to do anything other than just be self. Do not get distracted by the haters, the muggles, the people here who do not believe. You are strong and you've experienced something here. So with the surrender procrastination, if you've been doubting that project, that book, that YouTube channel, that business, that whatever, that office, whatever it is here that you are not sure about, now's the time to jump. Now's the time to act. Okay, you are very, very much protected, and this is coming from a very sacred place. Not everyone is fed such sacred information that they are readily seeing, because everyone has access to this information, but I don't think people are readily available to open up to it, to accept it as something that is sacred, something that allows them to develop their skills. Okay, so you're no longer squandering and wandering about the earth. There is now purpose. Beautiful reading, pile number 3. I hope this helped you guys. I love you very, very much. If you're drawn to another pile, I will see you there. And it was an honor doing your reading. I'm so glad that you're here, a part of my world and my channel. And I hope to do another reading for you real soon. Bye-bye.